Remembrance Day. At the time of this recording, it's 11th of November 2019. And on Remembrance Day, Armistice Day here in the Commonwealth, it presents us with a really important reminder to reflect on our past, to honour the sacrifice of those who have fallen, and to consider the future that we are creating. So hello, and thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Whether you're on live or replay, either way, say hi, let me know in the comment that you're here, that you're watching. So on this day, I really want to encourage you, whoever you are that's watching, to take a moment and reflect on a couple of the following things that I'm going to point out. And I really want you, as you're doing that, not just to hear them, but to take note. Pause and allow yourself to ask yourself the questions that come up and take notice of what images, what experiences, what feelings, what memories come up as significant for you. You know, we all go through life with our own set of filters, our beliefs, our habitual thinking, and really, I believe that the experience of our life is simply a reflection of our thinking, or a projection often of our thinking. It's kind of both. You know, we travel through this world in our head, and our brains can't even encompass all of the sensory input, so it always filters some things out. It also means that we each walk through this universe, this life, with our own unique wisdom and our own unique understanding. There has never been before, and there never will be again, a person who is exactly us. And that is a beautiful and precious thing. It's a gift that each and every one of us has and has to share with the world. So take a moment and ask yourself, how is your life right now? And take note of whatever comes up as your instant impression. Is it where you want to be? Is it generally positive feeling? Are you loving it? Is it generally negative? Is it kind of miserable or difficult? I was reminded this week of a wonderful book by Bonnie Ware. She's a former nurse. She used to work in palliative care for many years. And so she helped hundreds and hundreds of people through the last weeks of their life, again and again and again. And she took so many of the insights out of that. And she actually wrote a book. It's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Yes, that's it. The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And it's a wonderful thing. So I totally recommend it. But just that whole concept, think about what it might be like for you on your deathbed. Looking back, will you have some regrets? Now, out of interest, out of the book, the biggest, most common regret that came up was some version of it. Almost every person had some version of this, that I wish I had had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than living a life that others expected of me. That's so profound. It's so powerful, right? To be truly ourselves in the world, to live our best life. To feel like we're being genuine and honest with us. So I really want you to think about that. If you had your choice, right? If you could pick a life, would you choose your life right now exactly as it is? Would you pay for it? And if not, would you take a moment to notice what you'd change? What do you want to get to that last moment and not regret? Now, of course, if you've already started working on your dreams, if you've already started moving forward to a life you want, then take a moment now to remember why you started on this journey. And particularly, how was life before you started on this journey? Why did you want to change? What is the impetus? What is the fire that's fueling that desire for change? Now, I remember for me, as an example, most of you know I work with people to help them live healthier lives, to lose weight, to improve their relationships, things like that. And so for me, after my weight loss journey, I so often think back, and I really remember thinking about before I started. For me, the things that come up, it was all about self-esteem. You know, the biggest images I had was this feeling I have in my body where everything was uncomfortable. My clothes were uncomfortable, nothing really fitted. Even just moving around was uncomfortable. Everything was hard. Like even little mundane things like pulling my chair in or tying my shoelaces, you know, walking to the end of the block was hard in my life. And so much of that had to do with my own self-esteem, right? The other images that come up for me is the amount of takeaway I was having was almost every day. And also this feeling of how I felt about myself for letting it get to that state. It's not like I didn't know how to eat healthily or how to move more. I didn't know that I was making lots of unhealthy choices. But I felt like I was in a place where I didn't care. I just went with whatever was convenient, whatever was easy, because life was so hard. I didn't care about it myself enough to change. Until I did. That's where I started. I realized that no one else was going to do it for me, that I had to be the one if I was going to do it. If my life was going to improve, if I was going to make it better, I had to do it. And I finally realized that, do you know what? No one else was going to do it for me, and no one else was going to like me. It wasn't anyone else's job to think well of me if I didn't like me. I had to do it. I had to be the one. And so that started my journey to change. Now, it turns out it went so much further than I expected. You know, when I started with my weight loss, I was thinking it would take about 2 years to get back to my normal weight. That was losing about 20 kilos. Mind you, my normal weight was still about 15, 20 kilos overweight. So once I started on this journey, though, I got the impetus. I started to learn the skills. I started to make the transformations. So take a moment now to remember why you started, or why you want to start if you haven't yet. If you have already started, take a moment to consider and remember how far you've come. It's so fun now. You know, I meet so many people now in my work who just don't believe, like maybe they didn't see my pictures or anything, but they didn't believe that I've ever been overweight, that I had a weight problem, that I didn't have this energy that I like to give out, you know, that I like talking to people. You probably know I can't shut me up. So, you know, it's so fun now to be able to go, yeah, I really had that. My life has been about transformation. And I love carrying my photo around and showing people and getting that little moment of brag, I guess, that little exclamation when people are just amazed, that exclamation that, wow, how is that even possible? And what's so fun for me is that not only have I done it, I get to be an example of what is possible in the world, but I now get to help others to do it. I help to inspire them. I help them avoid making the mistakes that I made in things like these free videos. And when I work one-on-one with people, I really help them work through the challenges, the blocks, the limitations that come up for them along the way, so that they can actually make their hopes and dreams a reality. We can move from intention to execution. So from wanting it or thinking about it, hoping about it, dreaming about it, to actually doing it. So much fun. So remember how far you've come. Every little step has brought you to where you are now. And also remember that wherever you are right now, with your weight, your clothes, your fitness, your success, your finances, your income, your relationships, with your own self-esteem, wherever you're at right now is just where you're at this moment in time. And this moment too shall pass, which means that it doesn't have to stay that way. just because it is. It's just where you're at. So take a moment to remember where you're going and why that matters to you. Remember that success is not a destination to which we arrive. You know, when I'm helping people with weight loss, it's not about getting to a number, right? It's not like, oh, I'll get there and then life is better. Then everything is perfect. Then I'm done. Right? Success is not a destination to which we arrive. It is a set of skills that we acquire that become an ongoing practice. I believe that is the articulation of of success. It is a set of skills that becomes an ongoing practice. Which also means that, remember, there are opportunities every day to level up, to grow, to practice, to evolve, to get into that life of your dreams, to become the person you want to be, to step into that new version of you. It's available to you every single day. So while we're remembering, I want you to also remember that you're the one who gets to decide what you'll do, where you're going, how you'll do it, how you respond, and how it matters. You get to decide. It's entirely up to you. You're the one who's in charge. So you get to decide if it's right for you or if it isn't. And if it isn't, you get to change. We don't want to get to that last days, last weeks, last months we regret. Marie Forleo has a great quote that I love. I got to see her speak a couple of weeks ago. And she said in that talk, it really stuck with me, that you wouldn't have the dream inside you if you didn't already have what it takes to achieve it. Really want you to think about, if you have a desire for change, you have a dream of how your life might be, something you want to do, a purpose you want to fulfill, how you want to be. It doesn't have to be big or glorious or admirable. It could be a tiny little thing. But you wouldn't have that desire for that change in you if you didn't already have the capacity to achieve it. You already have the capacity. The trick is to connect with it, to unlock it, and to embrace it, to experience it. So, on this Remembrance Day, have a think about what you might like to remember about this moment, this week, this month, this year, this life, moving forward. You have the capacity to make it what you want. So what will you do with it? Now, if you would like some help deciding on your future, or if you'd like some help tackling the challenges that come your way, and the truth is, they will come your way, right? If you want to change something, you want to do something, there will be challenges, there will be obstacles, because sometimes we'll get in our own way. That's what happens. It's not really that the universe or the world stops us, that we stop us. And that's where getting some help can really make a difference. So, as I said, if you'd like some help deciding on the future you'd like to create, or you'd like some help tackling the challenges, if you'd like some help stepping into becoming the person you want to be, then I'd like to help you. You can, of course, sign up for a free, no obligation, exploratory coaching session with me. You can do that at livemorelife.com.au. Just click on exploratory coaching session. It's free. And I'll help you out. We'll tackle a challenge together. You can try out my coaching and have an experience of what that's like. And we can explore what it might be like to work together. Take this opportunity, if you watch this video today, to go, I get to choose. I'm living my life. I'm remembering where I've come from, where I'm going, and that I'm the one who gets to decide. with that, I do want to thank you for joining me. So thank you for your reactions. Thank you for your comments. And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube or on my blog, make sure you subscribe so you do get notified whenever every new video goes live. For now, have an amazing week. Think about what you want to remember looking back. And let's help you make it happen moving forward. Have an amazing day.